Yo, what's good, gamers? Are you tired of RPGs that feel like you're just watching a movie with extra steps? You know what I'm talking about. Those games where you're basically on rails, mashing X through dialogue, wondering when the actual adventure starts? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because today we're counting down 18 PS5 RPGs that make you forget you. Before we dive in, smash that subscribe button like it's a QTE you can't afford to miss, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our gaming goodness. Let's go. Have a real life. These aren't just games. Kicking off our list at number 18, we've got Scarlet Nexus and Holy Brain Powers, Batman. This game takes mind over matter to a whole new level. Picture this. You're in a futuristic Japan where people have psychic powers, and the biggest threat isn't Godzilla. It's brain-hungry monsters falling from the sky called Others. And no, they're not asking politely for your gray matter. The combat system, chef's kiss. You're not just swinging a sword around like a medieval LARPer. You're literally throwing cars at enemies with your mind while your buddy sets them on fire with pyrokinesis. The SAS system lets you borrow your squad's powers. And trust me, nothing says I'm having a good time like teleporting behind an enemy while time is slowed down and you're invisible. It's like being Neo, Eleven, and anime protagonist all rolled into one. The dual protagonist system means you're getting two adventures for the price of one. Playing as Yuito or Kasane gives you different perspectives on the story, and the plot twists? Bro, the plot twists hit harder than your mom finding out you failed math class. Coming in at 17, Kinna. Bridge of Spirits is what happens when Pixar decides to make a video game and accidentally creates something that'll make you cry. Those little rot creatures? They're simultaneously the cutest things ever created and your most valuable combat companions. It's like having an army of Funko Pops that actually do something besides judge you from your shelf. The world design is gorgeous. We're talking pause the game every 5 seconds to take a screenshot. Gorgeous. Every area feels handcrafted with love, from the mystical forests to the corrupted zones that'll give you Studio Ghibli meets Dark Souls vibes. Combat starts off feeling like baby's first action game. Then suddenly, you're getting comboed by a wood spirit and questioning all your life choices. The boss battles, they're teaching you humility one death at a time. But when you finally nail that perfect dodge parry heavy attack combo, mwah, you feel like a legend. Number 16 brings us Tales of Arise, and if you thought slavery, oppression, and systematic racism were too heavy for a JRPG, boy were you wrong, but in the best way possible. This isn't your typical friendship saves the day anime adventure. Though don't worry, there's still plenty of that. The relationship between Alphen and Shione starts off rockier than my attempts at ranked matches, but watching them grow together, it's better character development than most Netflix series. The combat system is smooth as butter. We're talking Devil May Cry meets anime battles. You're chaining aerial combos, calling in your teammates for devastating team attacks, and the boost strikes? Those finishing moves are so satisfying, they should be classified as a controlled substance. And can we talk about the visuals? The game looks like an anime that you can play. The watercolor art style mixed with modern graphics is like someone took your favorite manga and brought it to life. Every area, from the Fire Realm to the Frozen Wastelands, feels distinct and alive. You're not just passing through, you're exploring. Sliding into number 15 like Aloy on a zipline, Horizon Forbidden West takes everything great about hunting robot dinosaurs and cranks it up to 11. This game makes you feel like a techno-caveman genius. You're studying machine patterns, setting traps, and shooting components off robots with surgical precision. It's Monster Hunter meets Terminator meets Native American folklore, and somehow it works. The world is stupid beautiful, like, I spent 3 hours in photo mode beautiful. From underwater ruins to snowy mountains, every biome feels real and lived in. You'll find yourself stopping mid-quest just to watch the sunset over the ruins of Las Vegas. Yes, that Las Vegas. Aloy's character growth hits different this time. She's learning to trust others, and watching her awkwardly try to make friends is hilariously relatable. She's basically all of us trying to socialize after 2020. The side quests aren't just fetch 10 bear pelts anymore. Each one tells a story, builds the world, and makes you care about NPCs you'll talk to for 5 minutes. When a side character dies, you'll actually feel something. I'm not crying, you're crying. Number 14 proves that Marvel games can be amazing when they're not trying to sell you skins. Guardians of the Galaxy is the adventure you didn't know you needed. You're Star-Lord, and no, you can't play as Groot. I know, I'm sad too. But leading this dysfunctional space family through their shenanigans? Pure gold. The banter alone is worth the price of admission. Rocket and Drax arguing while you're trying to save the universe is peak comedy. The combat system is like being a cosmic conductor. You're shooting, sliding, and commanding your team in real time. Groot, entangle, Gamora, execute, Rocket, blow stuff up. It's chaotic, strategic, and when you nail a perfect combo while Kickstart My Heart is blasting. Peak gaming. The story goes places the MCU wishes it could. We're talking cosmic horror, family drama, and decisions that actually matter. That moment when you realize your choices from 5 hours ago just came back to haunt you? Chef's kiss. Lucky number 13 brings us Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, now with PS5 polish that makes it shine brighter than a samurai's honor. This game makes you feel like a samurai. The combat is so fluid, you'll be having full-on sword duels with the TV remote after playing. The stance system isn't just rock, paper, scissors. It's rock, paper, scissors, katana to the face. The Kurosawa mode. Genius. Playing in black and white with film grain makes you feel like you're in a classic samurai movie. Your roommate walks in and thinks you're watching some artsy foreign film, but nope, you're just being a cultured gamer. Jin's transformation from honorable samurai to I'll poison your water supply, Ghost is darker than my coffee at 3 a.m. You're not just playing a character, you're watching a man lose everything he believes in to save everything he loves. Deep? Maybe. Awesome? Absolutely. The Iki Island expansion? It's basically trauma therapy with sword fights. Jin confronting his past while fighting shamanic pirates? It's like someone mixed therapy with Dynasty Warriors and added a sprinkle of what the hell is happening? Number 12 breaks the time loop with style. Deathloop is what happens when Dishonored and Groundhog Day have a baby raised by 70s funk music. Your cult stuck reliving the same day on Disco Island. Not the real name, but it should be. Your mission? Kill 8 targets in 1 day to break the loop. Easy, right? Wrong. Because Juliana, your rival it's complicated, keeps invading your game to ruin your day. She's basically that one friend who always picks Oddjob in GoldenEye. The immersive sim elements are chef's kiss. You can go in guns blazing like John Wick at a pencil convention, or sneak around hacking turrets and watching enemies accidentally eliminate each other. The game doesn't judge, it encourages your chaos. The invasion system? Revolutionary. When a real player invades as Juliana, your heart rate spikes harder than a college student during finals week. It's PvPv at its finest, and every encounter feels like a boss battle where the boss has your mom's credit card and way too much free time. Swinging into number 11, Miles Morales proves that with great power comes great style. The Venom powers change everything. You're not just web-slinging, you're electrocuting bad guys while invisible, then finishing with a bioelectric explosion that would make Thor jealous. It's like Peter Parker went to sleep and woke up as Electro's worst nightmare. The winter New York setting hits different, swinging through snow-covered Manhattan while What's Up Danger energy courses through your veins. Immaculate vibes. The haptic feedback makes you feel every web swing, and the adaptive triggers, you can literally feel the tension of the web. Miles' story is more personal than Peter's. This isn't about saving the world, it's about saving your neighborhood. The stakes feel real because they are real to Miles. When his mom's campaign rally gets attacked, you're not just playing a mission, you're protecting family. Cracking the top 10, Demon's Souls Remake is here to remind you why you have trust issues. This isn't just a graphics upgrade, it's a full-blown your PS5 is literally crying trying to render this remake. Every death, and there will be many, is in glorious 4K. You can see the individual scales on the dragon that's about to end your whole career. The atmosphere is thick. Boletaria feels hopeless, oppressive, and somehow beautiful. It's like walking through a metal album cover that actively wants you dead. The sound design? You'll hear enemies breathing before you see them, and that breathing will haunt your dreams. The online elements make suffering fun. Seeing bloodstains and messages from other players creates this shared misery experience. Ratchet, try jumping, they said. Treasure ahead, they promised. Lies. But you'll do the same thing to others because misery loves company. Number 9 rifts into our hearts. Ratchet and Clank. Rift Apart is what happens when Pixar and Marvel have a baby that was raised by interdimensional scientists. The dimension hopping isn't just a gimmick, it's gameplay magic. You're literally jumping between worlds mid-combat, and the PS5's SSD makes it instant. No loading screens, no waiting, just pure, did that just happen? Moments. The weapons are absolutely bonkers. The topiary sprinkler turns enemies into hedge sculptures. The ricochet gun has bullets that home in on enemies like they owe them money. It's controlled chaos, and every weapon feels like it was designed by someone who asked, but what if we made it more ridiculous? Rivet isn't just female Ratchet. She's her own character with trust issues, a robot arm, and enough sass to power a small city. The parallel universe storytelling actually makes sense, which is more than I can say for most multiverse movies these days. Number 8. Number 8, Chooms. Cyberpunk 2077 with Phantom Liberty is the game we wanted at launch, finally delivered. Night City on PS5 is a neon-soaked fever dream that actually works now. The city feels alive, NPCs have routines, the crowds are dense, and you can spend hours just people watching without firing a single shot. It's like GTA meets Blade Runner meets that one friend who won't shut up about cryptocurrency. The Phantom Liberty expansion? It's basically a spy thriller that makes James Bond look like a mall cop. Idris Elba as Solomon Reed? The man could read the phone book and make it sound like Shakespeare. The choices you make actually matter, and the endings will leave you staring at the screen, questioning everything. Build variety is insane now. You can be a netrunner making enemies commit Sudoku with their own guns, a time-slowing ninja, or just someone who punches really, really hard. Every playthrough feels different because you're basically playing a different game each time. Number 7 brings the heat with Final Fantasy XVI. This isn't your grandpa's turn-based FF. This is Devil May Cry meets Game of Thrones meets What If Summons Were Actually Terrifying. The icon battles are spectacular. You're not just fighting bosses, you're having kaiju battles that make Godzilla vs. Kong look like a playground scuffle. When Ifrit and Phoenix clash, you feel it through your controller. The scale is so absurd, your brain just accepts that yes, you're now a 50-foot fire demon punching another god in the face. Clive's story is dark. This isn't about crystals and friendship. Okay, there are crystals, but they're basically nuclear weapons. It's about slavery, revenge, and watching a man lose everything multiple times and still keep going. It's emotional damage, the video game. The combat is accessibility, done right. Button mashers can have fun, but mastery players can create combos that look like choreographed dance sequences. The iconic abilities system lets you basically create your own Devil May Cry character. Want to teleport like Odin while shooting fire like Phoenix? Do it. Number 6 rolls a natural 20. Baldur's Gate 3 is D&D for people who could never find a consistent D&D group, so everyone. The freedom is unreal. You can talk your way out of fights, sneak past everything, or just yeet enemies off cliffs because gravity is the best spell. Every problem has like 17 solutions, and half of them involve setting something on fire. Your party members aren't just stat blocks. They're fully realized characters with their own problems. Astarion's vampiric sass, Karlach's aggressive positivity, Shadowheart's mysterious edginess. It's like running a therapy group while fighting mind flayers. The dice rolls being visible adds so much tension. Watching that D20 roll for a crucial persuasion check, your heart rate spikes harder than seeing connection lost in an online match. Failed the roll? Save scum with pride, my friend. We all do it. Number 5 brings the end of the Norse saga. Ragnarök isn't just a sequel. It's an emotional sledgehammer wrapped in mythology and daddy issues. Kratos trying to be a good dad while preventing the apocalypse is hilariously relatable. He's going from boy to boy. Are you okay? And that character growth hits harder than Mjolnir to the face. The realm variety is insane. You're not just visiting the 9 realms, you're experiencing them. Svartalfheim's industrial dwarven cities, Vanaheim's overgrown jungles, and don't get me started on the dream sequences. They're trippy enough to make Doctor Strange jealous. Atreus sections could have been boring, but they're not. Playing as Loki in training gives you different combat options and story perspectives. Plus, his awkward teenage moments are comedy gold. Watching him try to flirt? It's like watching yourself in middle school, but with magic powers. Number 4 is where Get Good meets open world. Elden Ring is from Software saying, what if Dark Souls, but everywhere? The Lands Between is a masterclass in exploration. You see that castle in the distance? You can go there. That underground city, explorable. That tree the size of a skyscraper, there's probably a boss there that'll ruin your day. Every corner hides secrets, bosses, or items that'll make you go, what does this do? The build variety is nuts. You can be a spell-slinging intelligence build nuking bosses from orbit, a faith paladin with holy damage, or just unga-bunga strength build with a sword the size of a small building. The game doesn't care how you win, just that you eventually do. The messaging system creates the best community experience. Try finger butthole will never not be funny. Don't at me. But seriously, the shared experience of suffering and triumph makes every victory feel earned. When you finally beat Millennia after 50 tries, you don't just feel good, you feel like you've conquered a mountain. Bronze medal goes to Burning Shores. This DLC isn't just additional content, it's Guerrilla Games showing off what the PS5 can really do. Los Angeles underwater and volcanic? Gorgeous and terrifying. You're exploring Hollywood, but instead of celebrities, there are robot pterodactyls trying to eat your face. The Water Wing Mount changes everything. You're basically riding a mechanical jet ski that can fly. It's every 90s kid's dream. The Horus Battle. The Horus Battle. Remember that dead metal devil from the first game? Well, surprise, you're fighting one that's alive, and it's the size of a small mountain. The scale is so absurd that your brain just breaks and accepts that yes, you're David fighting a technological Goliath. The romance option with Seika adds emotional depth we didn't know we needed. Aloy learning to open up romantically while fighting robot dinosaurs in post-apocalyptic LC, it's like The Bachelor meets Terminator, and I'm here for it. So close to number 1, The Witcher 3. Complete edition on PS5 is like meeting an old friend who got really hot. This isn't just a port, it's the definitive version. Ray tracing makes those sunsets in Skellige look divine. The 60 FPS performance mode makes combat smoother than Geralt's pickup lines. The load times? Basically non-existent. You're fast traveling faster than you can say winds howling. The DLCs included. Hearts of Stone has better writing than most full games, and Blood and Wine is basically Witcher 4 disguised as DLC. You're getting like 200 hours of content that's all quality. No fetch quests, no padding, just pure storytelling excellence. The Netflix series Armor and Quest integration is subtle but cool. Henry Cavill's face might not be there, but his spirit lives on. Plus, the new camera angles and alternative looks for characters make this feel fresh even if you've played it 17 times already. And here it is, number 1, Final Fantasy VII. Pixar. Rebirth isn't just the best RPG adventure on PS5, it's a masterclass in how to remake a classic while making it feel completely new. This game takes everything you remember about FF7 and asks, but what if we made it bonkers? The open zones are massive playgrounds, and the combat, you're switching between party members like a DJ mixing tracks. When you nail that perfect Cloud Sypha synergy combo, it's poetry in motion. Boss battles aren't just fights, they're events. That Genova battle on the ship? I needed therapy. The story changes will mess with your head in the best way. Even if you've played the original 17 times, you don't know what's coming. They're playing with fate, destiny, and multiverses before it was cool. The minigames alone could be their own collection. Queen's Blood is more addictive than actual card games, and I spent 10 hours just playing piano in a game about saving the planet. The character development hits different too. Aerith's complexity, Barrett's backstory, even Kate Sith becomes likable. Every area feels lived in, from Junon to the Forgotten Capital. The graphics and facial animations? These characters feel more real than some actual actors. This is the definitive PS5 RPG adventure. And there you have it, gamers. 18 PS5 RPGs that'll make you forget what sunlight looks like. Each one of these games isn't just something you play. They're worlds you live in, stories you become part of, and adventures that'll stick with you long after the credits roll. But here's the thing. I know I missed some absolute bangers. Maybe you're screaming at your screen right now about Persona 5 Royal, or Lies of P, or some hidden gem that only you and 12 other people know about. Drop those recommendations in the comments. Let's argue about RPGs like civilized nerds. If this video helped you find your next 100-hour addiction, smash that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss our gaming deep dives, reviews, and probably questionable hot takes. What RPG are you playing right now? Which one from this list are you adding to your backlog that you'll totally get to someday? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, keep gaming, keep exploring those virtual worlds, and remember, your backlog isn't getting any smaller, but that's what makes us gamers. Peace out.